One more time.
This is a Jatropha flower there where the buds pop out eventually and become nuts. And if you shoot over here, you'll see on the same tree or the same bush, here's some Jatropha pods. Oopsie.
Okay, that's
Jatropha pods that haven't fallen yet.
but they're ripe.
Pretty close. These will fall off when they're actually, right when they're ripe, they actually fall off the tree, and that's when they're ready to harvest.
Okay, could you grab one of those and break it open to show us where the seed resides?
I don't know if this one will break open very good. It's still pretty green, but let's try it.
Okay. Ah, I see. Look at that. There's
two seeds.
Two. I thought there was three.
Some are three. It's random.
There should be a third one in there. Looks like there's enough room for one.
Yeah, maybe so. Oh yeah.
Yep, three
Sorry.
seeds. Look at that. Wow. That's wonderful.
Now these are waxy when they're at this stage. This feels very waxy. Whereas what we're pressing down there at the shop is dry.
Sure.
I don't know if this is a better condition to press them in real fresh like this. You probably haven't gotten any of those, but
Here it is, broke open. You can see how much meat is inside that seed. And that meat is somewhere between 38 and typically 42% oil.
now this tree, by the way, this is about 2 years.
Okay.
This tree is about 2 years old, and this should be good for somewhere around 40 years is what we hear. We don't have, you know, solid evidence of that. And the main trick to these is keeping them pruned so that they're harvestable height by manpower. So you want them to stay within about 6 or 7 feet or so, not any taller than that, so that they can reach them themselves. And continue to prune them, and they'll bush out and become more and more prolific with the fruit as time goes along. Or Jatropha nuts, or whatever it is you call it. I'm not sure. I hear many different things. So.
Fantastic.
So this has been pruned. You can see they have been pruning. So these are bushed out pretty nicely all over the field here, which is one of the main things that Ptomaine is doing. Because if you let them grow naturally, it actually is typically a single stalk, and it tapers pretty dramatically like this. So it would be a single stalk grows up, and the stalk gets fatter and fatter and more woody. You don't get that much fruit, so this forces the growth to happen outward and in the leaves and the fruit.
So that the energy focuses out in more dispersed.
So you can see the size of the main trunk. Look at that. And in 2 years, that's a sizable trunk there.
Wow.
So these things really grow.
Wow.
And this is almost totally unirrigated. I mean, it's only naturally irrigated. So whatever rain happens here is it. They did get a little bit of TLC in the beginning when they first put them in. They brought the water tank truck up here, or the tank up here, and did some hand watering when they first put them in to make sure they rooted. But I think since then, I don't believe they've done any irrigation other than whatever Mother Nature has provided.
Wonderful.
So this is amazing. I haven't been here in about, I didn't come up here last year, so 2 years. So this is amazing.
Wow.
When I came up here 2 years ago, there was a few plants and a few holes. They didn't have it all planted, but Bruce said, "Okay, we're gonna use this whole field." So here we are.
Wow.
Bam.
So what did you have to do to the soil to prepare the soil for planting?
You know, I don't know if they dug holes about the size of a 5-gallon bucket, if I remember right. And then I think and then the Jatropha that was planted here was from the nursery, not from seed.
Okay.
So these were starts that were brought up here for the most part. I don't think they planted the seeds directly. There were some that had already started in the nursery, I believe.
Okay.
And I don't know if they put special soil in or if it's just the soil they dug out and put in. I'm not sure.
Okay.
The agricultural aspects of this are there's many questions. Ptomaine and Pastor Bernax and one other person went to the Jatropha conference in Port-au-Prince this last June, and they got some great information on agronomy practices for how to take care of these plants better and all of those things. So hopefully they're putting those things into practice here. It certainly looks like it to me that somebody that knows what they're doing is taking care of this. So,
It looks great, yes.
I mean, considering this is totally unmechanized and there's no extension station close by or any laboratory, this is totally seat of the pants work here.
And it's clear to see that it's growing a great abundance of food, I mean, between the squash and the beans and...
Yeah, now the food is grown by others.
Okay.
So Bruce has leased the acreage to other, I think 1 or 2 other subsistence farmers who are paying something to UEBH for the rights to use this growing area for food.
Fantastic.
So Bruce UEBH has the Jatropha and they own the acreage, but I believe the beans and the squash and whatever else is here, I believe is another farmer. So.